Alright, what is up guys? Welcome to my brand new Scratch platformer tutorial series. By the end of this video, this is what your game will look like. Make sure you stick around till the end to learn how to do it. Let's go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is delete the Scratch Cat sprite. And then you're going to hover over to say choose a sprite and then hit paint. And then once you're in the costume editor, just zoom in a little bit and then we're just going to draw a simple square. And then that's a little bit too big, so we're just going to make that a little bit smaller. And then once you center it up, you're going to go back to your code tab. And then before we make this, we're going to have to understand how our gravity is going to work. So right now, if you write this script right here, and then we just write when green flag clicked, and then a forever loop, and then we're going to say change y by -1. But if we run this, we'll see that does not look realistic at all. Like we're just like going down slowly. We're never increasing like in real life for gravity. So the way we're going to fix this is we're going to use a variable. And we're going to call the variable y velocity. And once you hit OK, we can go back to our code tab. And then once our project starts, we're going to say set y velocity to 2. And then once we go back to inside our forever loop, we're going to say change y by y velocity. But we want our cube to keep getting faster and faster as it falls, so we're going to say change y velocity by -0.8 to start off. Then we're going to see what that looks like. Okay, so that's much better. So now we're falling, like we're accelerating as we fall, which is more realistic, and it's a great start. So next up, you're going to make a new sprite for our level, and we're just going to draw a simple ground right there, as you can see right there. And then make sure to, after you do that, to go back to the code tab. And then we're just going to say when green flag clicked, go to x0, y0, and then name your sprite level. Go back to your player one after this. And then once you do this, we're going to start creating some collision with the ground. Just take this a little bit out for now. And then drag an if then else statement under our change y by y velocity block. And then after you do this, we're going to say if we're touching the level, and then inside this, we're going to write a collision script. So we're going to have our y velocity set to 0 as soon as we hit the ground like that. And then after we do this, we're going to change our y by 1. And we're going to repeat until we're not touching the level. This is going to make it so we don't sink into the level, so we're like rising above the level, so it looks like we're just landed on the ground here. And then after you do this, we're going to then take that change y velocity by -0.8, and we're going to put it in the else half of this if then else statement. And then we're going to run this and see how it works. Okay, cool. So you can see that it has collision with the ground now. We're just going to do a little instant replay to see this in action in slow motion. And then as you can see, we collide with the ground. But there's a little bit of movement and we don't want to see that. So we're going to fix this by creating a custom block. So hover over to the tab or click on the tab on the left that says My Blocks. After you do this, hit Make a Block. And then we're going to call this block collision. And the most important step of this is hitting run without screen refresh. This way we don't get updates on the screen or we don't see the movement. So then put this underneath the script and we're going to drag everything inside the if touching level onto our custom block. And then on the left here you'll see we have a new option to drag in that block. So we're going to drag in collision inside if touching level. We're going to see how this works. Perfect. So now we can see that we land on the ground no problem. That is awesome. So now our game is looking very polished. So next up, I think we need to create some movement for our player. But before we do this, we're going to have a nice little starting point for our player on the left side of the stage. So plug in these coordinates to your sprite. And after we do this, we can see that we can keep resetting it, and it's going to continually fall back down to our stage and our starting point. Perfect. Okay, so now we can unshow that or hide that little variable there. And then after we do this, we're going to give our player some movement. So underneath all this code that you've written here, we're going to put two if-then statements. We're going to stack them on top of each other, just like that. And then we're going to say if key right arrow pressed, then, and then we're just going to drag a new one of those out, and we're going to say if key left arrow pressed. And then you're going to need to create a new variable and call it x velocity. And then after you do this, you're going to drag in inside the if key right arrow pressed, you're going to say change x velocity by 1, and then the other one, change x velocity by -1. Just snap that onto the bottom there, just like that. And then after we do this, we're going to need to create something where it doesn't always continually do this. So we need to take our x velocity and then take 90% of that and apply it to our x velocity. So in other words, you're just going to write out whatever you see on the screen here. Set x velocity to x velocity times 0.9. And this is going to make it steadily go back to 0 if you're not holding down the right or the left arrow key. And then underneath this, we're going to do change x by x velocity. And this way, our x position is actually reflected by these numbers we're manipulating. And now we need some ground friction, so we are going to say, if we're touching the level, then we're going to change our x by x velocity times -1. Just drag that variable into there. Boom. And then once we're done with this, we're going to test the game again, and we have our right and left movement. It's looking very smooth and clean. But next up, I think we need to add a feature where you can jump. So we're going to do that next. Let's get started. Okay, so then click on back on your control tab, and then inside our if touching level script, we're going to say if key up arrow pressed. And this way we can only jump if we're touching the ground, so we're not having anything crazy like double, triple, or quadruple jumps in our game. So you can only jump if you're touching the ground. So say if key up arrow pressed, you're going to set y velocity to 12. Just like that. And then zoom out, and I'm going to show all the scripts we need here, and then make sure you have all these before running your game. And now we're just going to make it into our full screen here. And there you go, you can see that you're all done. You have your basic platformer engine, and then part 2 will come out very soon, where we will add level design, background art, and then also art for our character, as well as coding things like enemies and then respawning and all that fun stuff. So make sure you stay tuned, and then be on the lookout for part 2, and also like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Bye guys!